Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek A Day. Another one of these, What Would Have Been. Originally, Laren was supposed to be on Deep Space Nine. She was supposed to be the character of Kira Nerys. That was supposed to be Ro. But Michelle Forbes wanted to move on from Star Trek and do other things, didn't want to get locked into playing that same character again for another 6-7 years. So things were reworked, and that's how we got the wonderful character of Kira Nerys. And then a second attempt to bring Michelle Forbes back as Laren came about with Star Trek Voyager. Originally, the character of B'Elanna was going to be Laren again. It would make sense for a lot of the characteristics of B'Elanna's personality. You can see a lot of correlations with Laren, and she would have been interesting being, of course, on that Maquis ship and tying things into TNG. There was a great interest in using Laren from TNG to be a tie-in character to these other series as they came out in the 90s. And we got some of my all-time favorite Star Trek characters in the form of Kira and B'Elanna by that not happening, but it would have been really interesting, just in my mind, thinking about how it would have changed things, story-wise, and how things would have worked out if Ro had been in place of either of those characters. She would have been, in the long run, I think, a very different dynamic. One of those curious what-if scenarios, and of course Laren then in the novels that continued well beyond the end of Deep Space Nine and the Nemesis movie, Laren did end up on DS9 as the chief of security, and then eventually on the rebuilt DS9 she was in command of the station. So we got to see a little glimpse of that, at least she was there. But yeah, one of those interesting things where we could have had a very different character in certain places.